All right, morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to Building Exclusively with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Listen, I'm excited. I don't know what's about to happen today, but I'm always excited because we're talking about Carlos, aka ChatGPT, and all the wonderful things it can do to help us get us going, get us the money we desire and deserve. So, without further ado, all the way from Galveston, G-Town, Texas, CEO and founder of Antonio T. Smith Jr. LLC, the ATSJR Company's millionaire and billionaire maker, innovator, creator, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a pleasure.
It is.
I cleared the cloud so we could record and stuff. Sandals, I want to remind you all why you are here. You are here. This is Bill and Antonio. And so I want you actually building, whether you show up or not has no problem with me. I prefer you not showing up if you're building, but I want you to be focused on building because I have a lot to show you this morning. Today, Grace, we're talking about the Gary V content model using AI. All right, I'm about to kill today's call. The Gary V content model using AI. Now, I must tell you, my friends, that you should be winning. Grace, write this down. In order for you to build a brand in 20 anything, right, so whatever the year is, ever since Periscope created mobile live TV, you've been needing this here. You need to create a media company. This is very important. Don't miss this. All this is blurry, Grace. I can't clean my glasses right.
I understand. Do you have something like this, like a cloth or something?
I do somewhere. I need to be like a Donnie and keep up with it better. There you go. Anywho, you need three things. In order to have a media company, you need, number one, someone that can do photos or videos. If you find somebody to do both, most excelente. If you can find somebody to do videos and edit and photos, well, you found somebody 17 years old. That's what you found. Yeah. Actually, in the next generation, like, the way MySpace built the world of programmers, because we was all doing HTML and didn't even know what it was. They have our backgrounds. TikTok got all y'all doing video editing. Y'all don't even know it. Got all video editors. Oh, I'm not done yet, Grace.
Oh.
Those three things are one.
Oh.
That's one. The videos, photos, somebody to edit, that's all one. The second thing you need is someone who can write articles. There you go. That's the second thing you need. Someone who can write. You need a writer. That writer is for blog. Remember, the internet is a text-driven society. As long as Google will be Google, the written word will be God of the internet, whether you like that or not. You're like, well, I watch mostly videos. True, but you have to use the written word to link yourself to those videos, and those videos have titles, and those videos have SEO, which has a bunch of written word powering them for random searches and stuff. Then, Grace, you need someone who can control the paid distribution of ads. Paid distribution of ads. This means know how to run ads. All right. So I'm going to repeat everything I said. Today, we're talking about the Gary V model using AI. I start off by saying, in order for all of you to build a brand, you all need three things. Grace, they need to become a media company. Tell us what those three things are.
The three things are You need someone to do videos, photos, and edit those videos and photos. He said if you have that all wrapped up in one person, that person is 17. I believe it. Number two, someone who can write. You need a writer. All things written, blogs, articles, and the like. And then number three, you need someone who controls the paid distribution of ads, which means they know how to run ads.
Right. Yeah, that person is most certainly a millennial, or they're 41 to 13 for sure. Millennial and Gen Z's got that in the bag. You weird folk, you in between generation, and boomers, all that sounds difficult. Let me remind you why you're here before I repeat the title. You're here because you're building with Antonio. You're not here to learn. You're not here to have your camera off the whole time, for God's sake. You're not here to not participate in dialogue. You're not here to blah, blah, blah. Well, Tracy, you can cut your camera off. So don't die. But you look good, though. You look good. You thank you so much. You look good. You look good. Stay alive, though. We like you. We like you using the restroom every day. Unassistedly. Yes, unassistedly.
That's the key word right there.
Yeah, that's there because you can use the restroom every day in a coma. But we want you unassistedly using the restroom. Good healthy bowel movement, not that runny stuff. Not that runny stuff. Because that's a whole different problem there, Grace. You understand? That's a whole different problem. You coming out with us? I can't do it. Can't do it. Might hit a bump and
it's a wrap.
The stomach ain't
And
acting
back
right.
to the topic.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Yes. Thank you so much. I digress. Yes. You're here to build, so I expect you all to be building. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. I'm going to show you. I expect you all to be building. Yes. Outstanding. Today, we're talking about the Gary V model, which is create 64 pieces of content for one piece of content using AI. And so I set you up, Janice. I said, look, in order to be a media company, you need three things. It's the truth. You need somebody to do photos and videos, somebody to write, and somebody to run ads, sales copy, all that stuff like that. Hopefully your writer can write your sales copy. You need somebody to distribute you across millions of people. And that is the model, will be the model. It will not change, Law. Meet will never be successful if Law never gets somebody to write, never get somebody to do photos and videos and editing, and never get somebody to do paid distribution of ads. It will never be successful. It just is what it is because there's 4 billion people on the internet. Sorry. The good news is everything I just said is now false. All you need is ChatGPT or any other AI tool. Congratulations. You still need somebody to do photos and videos, but you don't need a person no more. That could be in video, can't it, Grace?
It sure can.
That could be Tome or Tome. That could be Descript. Could be in all those AI tools. You see what I just did there, Grace? See what I just did? I'm gonna repeat this again. You don't need a writer anymore. You can use ChatGPT. You don't need paid distribution of ads because you can get organic reach plus somebody to do all that for you. So all that hard stuff I said that made it down, you go, see, I'm too busy for this. I need to hurry up and retire. You don't need to do it no more. Because AI fixes that for all of you. So let me repeat all this information. For some of you just got on, plus I'm using the repetition speech style to make it stick in your head. We're talking about yay for Carlita. We're talking about the Gary V content model, creating 64 pieces of content with artificial intelligence. That's the Gary V content model using AI is the name of today's topic. Repost that for me, Grace. Thank you. And I'm telling you, all of you, that you will never be successful on the internet, if you don't have somebody to do photos and videos or editing, you would never be successful if you don't have somebody to write. And you would never be successful if you don't have somebody who can distribute your content curation, page distribution, ads, or etc. Because there's 4 billion people on the internet, and then the internet wins. This is the internet life now. Is this clear? But you no longer have to hire these people. Artificial intelligence is available to thee. You can use Tome, InVideo, Descript to do your video editing, and there's plenty more out there. You can use Midjourney to get your pictures done. There's plenty out there, plenty more. You can use ChatGPT to get your written word done. And then you can use quite a few that nobody's actually calling to market yet, but quite a few to help you distribute said content. Hero posts, that's not really artificial intelligence, but it has something in it. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you can do this now. If you are wondering, well, Antonio, I can't do all that, or I don't want to do all that, then that's fine. You don't have to worry about any of those things. Don't worry about it, Grace. But I do want you to receive this here. I'm going to share my screen.
The role of AI in the metaverse. Many of you may not know it, but I am a machine learning engineer and I am currently taking my company into the metaverse. The metaverse, a virtual world with a high degree of immersion and social interaction, is gaining popularity as a new frontier for digital experiences. As the metaverse expands, the role of artificial intelligence in shaping and enhancing these experiences is becoming increasingly important. In this article, we will explore the various ways in which AI can contribute to the development and growth of the metaverse. Intelligent agents. One of the most significant contributions of AI to the metaverse is its ability to create intelligent agents, which can serve as virtual assistants, guides.
Come on, sir. Woo!
Was the AI
You
repeating?
muted, sir.
All right, now the voice of
Yes.
Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Yes. Antonio, where'd you get that from? I don't understand. Can you help me? Well, what I did, Grace, is I recycled my content from February 21st.
Oh.
I wrote this blog myself.
Yeah.
The role of AI in the universe. Now we're going to play this one.
The role of AI in the metaverse. The role of AI in the metaverse. The metaverse, a virtual world with a high degree of immersion.
Very good AI voice. It just ain't mine.
It's just not yours, right?
And then you say, well, Antonio, what else did you do? And I said, I'm glad you asked, Grace. That's
Was
a
that
really
photo
good
from
question.
Midjourney?
What?
The one
Photo?
put in the medium?
Oh, yeah. I did. You know what? Good point, Grace. Very good point.
I gotta get that.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Grace, remind me, I have a gift for you that you're going to enjoy.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay.
Deanna told me to present it. She said it'll mean much more if you present it to her. It'll hit differently. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is
Don't
from
be
Midjourney.
trying to make me cry, man. Don't be doing it.
I remember I use Midjourney on a high level because of my machine learning language. And I'll show you a prompt here in a second. But yes, right here, bam.
Okay.
Now
I gotta be
no,
like,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I gotta be like my mentor because whatever you do, I gotta do this for Medium. Yeah. So my pictures can be, more.
You gotta eye pop them. And of course, I'm published. It's like this isn't published. This is published in Crypto Stars. Anyway, we'll keep going. But Grace, when you come to Secret of Success, shout out to 1.5 million downloads, just in case, you know what I'm saying.
Woo.
Just a little small podcast. Just a little small podcast. Come to episodes, Grace. And you come her. And you push play, Grace.
In a world torn apart by nuclear war and evil forces, one man must rise to the challenge to save the United Cities of Celeria. Follow the journey of Ashton Jace, a former Special Operations Intelligence Sergeant in the explosive post-apocalyptic techno thriller, The United Cities of Celeria. Ashton, also known as the Ghost, was born and raised in a secret society of assassins, and now he's the greatest Special Forces soldier of all time. But when an EMP attack leaves the United Cities of Celeria in complete darkness and serial killers are after him, Ashton's mission becomes even more challenging. With multiple points of view and heavy on plot and character building, the United Cities of Celeria will keep you on the edge of your seat. Follow Ashton and his friends as they fight.
So you'll keep listening to this in a second, but I do want to point out to you that those are
After him, Ashton's mission becomes even more challenging. With multiple points of view and heavy.
But all that voice you just heard is all on this here, Grace. So
Wow.
You're a show off. You are a show off because now you got sound effects too. You are such
Oh
a show off. Sound effects too. Come on.
Yeah. I kept that. Speaking of the sound effects, so what I did, Grace, and I went on here. So here's the book trailer. This is why all this sucks. I need the book trailer right here.
In a world torn apart by nuclear war and evil forces, one man must rise to the challenge to save the United Cities of Celeria. Follow the journey of Ashton Jace.
A piece of content, but Grace, when we come down here again, hold on. You say, well, Antonio, man, you really recorded. You recorded that book trailer. Okay, I get it. No, I didn't, Grace. Come back to my projects. Come to my workspace. There's Deanna stuff. Here's my stuff. You come to Antonio Books. United Cities of Celeria burn together.
In a world torn apart by nuclear war and evil forces, one man must rise to the challenge to save the United Cities of Celeria. Follow the journey of Ashton Jace, a former Special Operations Intelligence Sergeant in the
I need y'all to understand that I wrote the script, had my voice narrated, and then, may I help you, Grace? May I help you? And
Please.
then turned right around, rinsed it off and rinsed it around, put it in the video. Today we're talking about the Gary Vee content model using AI. 64 pieces of content. And now what it is, when I come back, let me stop right here. When I come back to Red Circle or Google Chrome, there we go. When I come back to Google Chrome, go back to Red Circle real quick. This is why I recommend y'all use Red Circle, but you don't have to, y'all are grown. But when you come to the ad platform, Grace, dynamic insertion. Here it is. I just uploaded this last 228, right, Grace?
Yep.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
But this was last night in these streets.
Right now.
Now I have a big podcast, so this is not fair to everybody, but it's already have
Wow. Over 1,200.
Over 1,300, almost 1,300 impressions right now. This just means I got it in pre-roll and mid-roll.
Does impressions mean people clicked on it and listened to it?
Not necessarily. They just have how many people got in front of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That would actually be click-through rate. You'll see CTR, click-through rate, something like that would be there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Tracy, you look different, Tracy. You know, Black women always look different.
What's that? She got,
You know
the
what I'm saying? Like
she got a different hairstyle going on.
Yeah,
That's it.
there's just 12 different women in one. And that's what I'm talking about. They'd be like, the man was like, baby, let's invite somebody to the bedroom. Okay, let me switch my hair real quick. Mm-hmm. There you go. You got your whole new one. How about that?
Well, I wanted to ask a question.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Because I have my podcast. I have my podcast on Red Circle now, right?
Good.
And you were just saying you have it in pre-roll and post-roll. I always see that pop up, but could you explain what that means?
Oh, sure. I'll even do it right in front of you. I got you. I'll do it right in front of you. Play less. Grace, if you can tell me what what's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
I need to know the title of Monday's episode. That's what I need to know.
Hold on. Let me hit escape.
And then Monday was the 27th, right?
Yes.
I need to know the title of Monday's episode. And remind me to bring up Sunday. Remind me to bring up Sunday, please.
Okay.
Remind me to bring up Sunday.
Wednesday's title was Capitalism and ChatGPT.
All right. Capitalism and Chat GPT. I will upload a podcast right in front of you right now since you just asked. I will do that right now. Grace, can you send me the notes to capitalism and ChatGPT, please?
Yes.
I got it. I see it right here.
Okay.
So this is what I'm going to do, okay? I hope for everybody. All right, let me run. I'm going to run through this for you. Y'all ready? I'm going to run through this for you. Hopefully, I'm trying to do it right now because I know Tracy's at work, so I want to hurry up and do it. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm coming to, all right, here, Google Chrome. Let's just see how many jobs I replace, okay? Is that okay? Let's see how many jobs I replace. So let's go to, let me go to a different Google Chrome. Let me drag this over. Drag this over here. Bam. Sign back in. Boom. All right, wait for this to populate on the screen. And I hope anyway, because they never get to see y'all. Let's see. Can you write me a podcast description? This is why I hired Grace for the following. Just copy and paste Grace knows word for word. In this episode of ChatGPT's podcast, we focus on capitalism, and, and I could have named the podcast, right? But I won't. So there, I'm getting the podcast description. So what I'm going to do now is I am about to come up here and grab this title real quick. So Grace, what you do? Oh no, I see it. What you do? Oh, there it is right here. Bam. Capitalism, ChatGPT. So I'm going to come right here. Go to podcast. Go to Secret to Success. Go to episodes. Start a new episode. Here's my title. Now I have a note that's called permanent description. Grace, please remind me to bring up Sunday. Don't let me forget. Put it away. Do your thing. A permanent description, which means I always try to post the same thing. So here's this, whenever I want to push traffic somewhere. So here's that first. And then what I'm getting ready to do, come back to ChatGPT and then take this. I'm going to put it in a line app to break the little format. And then bring it back now. Paste my little notes. In this episode, the focus is ChatGPT, blah, blah, blah. Got it going on. One of the things you can build, bam. Antonio concludes the episode with blah, blah, blah. So there you go. So I got all my show notes now. Remember, I take Grace. That's why I told you I would hire you as a note taker. There was a reason for that.
Yes, sir.
Tell them what I told you, Grace, real quick, and I'm gonna stop.
What? Okay.
I need you. I ain't got nobody over here. I need you for notes. That's it.
That's it.
Because I understood I could take great notes from what I teach and put them right in the ChatGPT. I understood that immediately. Or anything. It don't have to be ChatGPT. Put my picture up now. Everybody following so far? Now, what I'm getting ready to do, I'm not even going to edit. I'm just going to grab this podcast episode, the recording from Monday, just for speed, take it off of publish, and right here, I am done. This is completely done. I'm getting ready to publish now, but that's not the end of the story. Cannot properties read. I have no idea what that is. Oh, you know what? That's my fault. I know what happened. Damn it. Okay, I know what happened. All right, we'll do this again. But I know what happened now. All right, let me see what's the last thing I copy paste. What's this? Okay, do it again. Hold on, y'all. Antonio concludes. Change this. Antonio. Okay, I will get to you in a second. Antonio concludes. There we go. In this episode. Bam. Let me get my permanent description. I know what happened wrong.
Take off the word podcast
Thank
after
you.
episode.
Do it again. And just take out these little spaces. Remember, when you're doing a podcast, there's two things that people like me pay attention to: your show notes and your consistency of posting. And I don't even mind old podcasts when you post no more if I'm trying to get the information. But please know that that's 100% what I'm going to do. 100% what I'm going to do. So a podcast with good show notes tells me that that podcast is going to be of higher quality. All right, because it takes time to do show notes. I put this back here real quick. What I forgot to do, Grace, it's my fault, is that Zoom link. I think I need to convert it. Let me fix that real quick. And then ask your question, Tracy, because I know you got to go.
No, you were mentioning how you put your show notes. So
Yes.
I've been doing a description of like an overview of what the episode is about. Should I go and put like all of the details, like the show notes from like intro, middle, and then like how it concludes, kind of like how you have there?
Absolutely. But you do it when you're able, though, because it's not a necessity. It's not a necessity, but do it when you're able for a couple of reasons. For one, anything that takes a long time, as far as production goes, is typically going to convert at a higher rate due to the fact that it's trash all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? So excellence always kind of wins out. Okay. Excellence always wins out. Excellence always wins out there. So that was number one. Number two, y'all can't see what I'm doing in the background, but I'm bouncing my podcast episode. Number two here, I'll show you what I'm doing.
Renee asked, you can do show notes on ChatGPT, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could. You sure could. So I'm bouncing right quick. Bouncing this here. Now, what I wanted you to pay attention to is because she's asking about why I recommend y'all Red Circle. There's a reason why I recommend you Red Circle, but I got to get to it once it finishes. Once it finishes. So all my stuff is ready right now. I will come back to this here in a second. What I've done is I've taken, so I'll come while this is working. What I've done, Adonia, is I've taken my voice and spent 30 minutes turning my voice into an AI voice. That sounds obviously exactly like my voice. In this particular case, I made this an audio block. Yeah, so
Explosive post-apocalyptic techo thriller.
Right. I've made this an audio block. Now it's a commercial. You receive that. And I did some other stuff too, but we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. It's easy to do. What happened yesterday is I just didn't let it load up. It has to load up. It has to load and convert, right? But we'll come back to this here in a second. Let's go back to Red Circle. Nope, that's not Red Circle. Red Circle, bam. Boom, there you go. Now, let me check and see if this podcast is almost done being loaded. It was an M4A, and I'm not even sure if M4A loads up to Red Circle like that, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. Now I just called it chat and a bunch of A's. Bam, bam, good. I'm gonna copy and paste this just in case I get in trouble again. And it should give me no problem.
Can I have two questions? The first question is, when you said a video block, I'm assuming you just took a small section that gives an overview of the podcast. Is that correct?
Right, but I had if I'm not mistaken, I would have had ChatGPT write that for me to save me time, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, absolutely, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
And the second question has to do with so the show notes. Would you consider, and this is just me talking in my language, which is special. For the show notes, is it basically it's a summary of your high points or your main points, and then maybe if you talked about any resources, maybe giving them
Absolutely.
links and stuff to the resources, correct? You don't have to
Absolutely.
post everything. I mean,
No.
it's just the main. Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
all your resources should 100% be there. 100% be there. And they should be linked, hyperlinked. All that should absolutely be there, because you'll be developing a community at this point. If you do that, you're developing a community instead of listeners. Right? You want a
Yes.
community. Yeah, exactly. You want people.
Somebody to kind of do a standby. You want them to really. I mean, you're a resource now, so your information, and so they want them to stay there to come back to get the information. So
Right.
that makes total sense. Now I actually have one more, and the one more has to do with your the space. I mean, saving. You know, where are you putting everything, because these things take up a lot of space, and so how do you manage that? Because I would wonder if I would have enough places to save everything.
You probably wouldn't, for sure, if you're wondering, because I have a bunch of tools. I have external hard drives, and I have a cloud service like AWS that I pay for, that I upload everything into the cloud as well. So what we do is we download everything and then upload it to the cloud as a backup. So ATS is nearly completely uploaded into what I use, Wasabi, which is, it's like Antonio created a company using AWS API and called it something different, called it Wasabi and charged less. That's basically what Wasabi is. That's basically what Wasabi is. And for some strange reason, ChatGPT, Red Circle is down right now at this moment. So I'll show you a different way. Let me show you a different way. It's down. I have no idea why it's down. But here's to answer your question. When you come to dynamic insertion, so I'll go to an episode. No, let me go to an episode. Make sure, Tracy, you there? Okay, good. So here's this episode. I'll just go to this one right here. And then I'm going to go into insertion points. This is what you would have had. This is what you would have saw after you upload. All right, this is the screen you'll see. What this means, so these insertion points, you don't have to add. What I used to do is put all my stuff in the episode. I still do that, but it's always my commercials. It's always my commercials, because I always want people to hear my stuff instead of my advertising stuff. A pre-roll, I have to explain some beginner stuff, is at the front, typically 30 seconds, could be longer. A mid-roll is somewhere in the middle. If the podcast is long like mine, then I typically make mid-roll somewhere around 17 minutes or something like that. Sometimes, if I do it on purpose. If not, then I will sit it right in the thing. And the end roll is exactly what that sounds like, just for people who don't know. I have 2 pre-rolls set, but I can come up here, Tracy, push it again, and have 3 pre-rolls set. Did you see what I did? How I push this button and got a third pre-roll that's unassigned right now. Now what I can do is click this, and I have Mix the News podcast, blah, blah, blah. I've put that the United Cities of Celeria as a default pre-roll and a default pre-roll post-roll in and beginning. That's what I did. Now I'm going to delete this one. So you can see it's 3 spots. What does that mean? That means I have 2 red circle ads up plus me. I'm going to show it to you in a second. Just know when you get here, you're going to click this down arrow. This is why I suggest all y'all do this, because no other platform allows you to do this. You can put your own stuff across all your episodes. Now, just get this basic understanding right now. And it's telling you that the mid-roll is going to come in 8 minutes and the post-roll is going to come in 16 minutes. It's telling you that. But please receive this, because I'm about to get off the screen and show you it in action. But can y'all see default pre-roll, default mid-roll? Then do we have an understanding that pre is in front, mid is in the middle? Good.
I'll say it's like YouTube.
Absolutely. So now what you do is, these guys were engineers at Uber and started a company, and they recruited me when they first started. So now I'm going to come into dynamic insertion. Now I'm going to add a new audio block. So I come in here, right? I put my audio block, and then I upload it, and I hit save. I don't pay for Red Circle. I don't have to. I have I could do other things, but I don't have to do it because I'm on when it comes to Red Circle, I'm on a different plan than y'all. I don't know how to get to it. Account, maybe. Let's see. Maybe. All right, so I'm on this right here. I'm on the Red Circle original plan because I'm one of the big podcasters that launch Red Circle. But $9 is what y'all would see. You know, $9. So you got the free plan and you have $9. But this is a special plan for the earliest Red Circle customers. So I have most of the benefits that I need without having to upgrade. Y'all won't necessarily have that because Red Circle didn't recruit you to launch their podcast. This is like a grandfather in plan. Anywho, come back to dynamic insertion. When I add my audio block, now this one I want y'all to see. Here's the audio blocks here now. See, here's custom audio, and I went to audio blocks. In the last 30 days, there's 3,161 insertions. Now you're like, man, and 74 episodes. Like, wow, that's crazy. So you're going, man, how you do that? And this is what you do. What you can do is I just do mid-roll, doesn't matter. So I'm going to assign this now. I'm going to come and I'm going to pick a podcast. Let's say we pick Brick by Brick. Now what I'm going to do is I can assign this to pre-roll or post-roll. Everybody got me? So what I'm going to do, well, since y'all here, I'm assign to all. And I just put my one thing in 502 episodes. Because most people, when they listen to a podcast, they come all the way back to episode 1 to follow the podcast.
Yeah.
So right there, instead of having to take things down to justify, I can literally put it in 502 episodes at once. Everybody follow me? And what is it? It's my default mid-roll. My default mid-roll is what that is. And I got my default mid-roll. Well, I'll show you what I got. That's my default mid-roll. And of course, what I can do is I hit all already, and then blah, 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 right? Y'all get the point. When you say 502 episodes, doing pretty good. And if I wanted to, I could do all here. And then 753 episodes, blah, blah, blah. Cool? All right. Now, insertion points. This is that's what you just saw. So, or I could do it in one episode. I just hit edit and see, here's an unassigned one. And I could put Tracy's thick thighs, round booty squat workout for the summer. You know, I'm just, I'm pretending you got y'all want your summer booty, audio roll, right? And then you just put that there. You get it. Bam. Easy. So that's how you use that. So there's a quick training on that. What I want you to see is people like Ibrahim can go to, I can't see real quick. Move this up my way. People like Ibrahim could go to Medium, any website they've ever written on, anyone, and let me use two examples. People like Medium can come here and he can go and he can do this, put in, copy and paste all the words, record his voice, turn his voice into AI. Boom, there's a podcast effortlessly. Miss it not, the point is effortlessly it can happen. Now, let's say Grace goes, well, I don't really want to do all that, but I do see there's a need for Black Good news. Okay, Grace, say less. Black news. Let's see what's in medium. I have no idea. I never searched that. All right. The archives. Black news channel just got canceled here. Why? Black news. All right. We don't need a black news channel. Okay, fair enough. I remember growing up in Harlem, me black, blah, blah, blah. Now that is good black news. Okay, so we come here. And Grace ciphers all this stuff. And then I'll just pick any article. We'll just pretend this is an article saying some kid just got into high school at 7 years old. Grace copies and pastes this here. In her notes, she's going to put Aja Hales on August 30th, 2021. At the end, she's going to put all that. Then Grace is going to put it inside of the script. Have her voice say, hey, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I am excited for you to be here, part of the Grace News Network. Grace News Network. Okay, in which we do nothing but share good news. And then all of that is read automatically now. Because what is it? Does the nude invent content? No, they take content and then curate it. Don't miss the point. I'll do it again. The news is not making content. Somebody breaks the news, they take that, rewrite that article, and break their own news. And then you turn around, Grace, you put that on Medium, and you turn around and put it on a podcast. Now your podcast is popping. All because of your voice. Then you take that same podcast, and then, let me just show you. I'm just trying to wrench around and wrench it off from there. Let me know if I'm helping you now. I'm trying to wrench around and wrench it off. You take that same podcast, then you come into Mid-Journey, and then I don't know if y'all have seen this. This is actually one of Deanna's, one of her main cover. And you take that, and you start putting. Now I got all this extra stuff. So this is my machine learning language coming in. This is me coming in play. We'll skip all this real quick. We'll come up here. We'll just skip way up here. Way up here. Look. This is, you don't even know about these pictures yet. Don't worry about it. I'm saving them. I'm saving them. Don't worry about it. I'm saving them. But here is genuinely, this is inside the ChatGPT book. This one right here. No, this one right here. All right. Design. I made sure I had to, that's my, and this is the cover. So I can take the keywords and then make a cover. Do I have to hire a guy to do a professional graphic for me? No. Do I have to hire someone to write for me? No. Then I come back to ChatGPT. Come back to ChatGPT, and I get, let me just refresh this page. I don't need this, but I'm going to just show you. All right, then. I'm going to take this again, right here. This is the original post. Can you write me a social media post with a strong call to action for people to listen to a podcast episode called Capitalism and Chat GPT. Based on the below information. Bam. Now, I don't need to think about, remember, I'm covering these three categories. Remember I said, Adonia, you got to have paid distribution of ads. Somebody has to write the article. Somebody has to put it out there. All that stuff. This is what you need. Guess what? I asked it to analyze. It took a little bit. And now I'm getting a social media post with emojis. Attention all entrepreneurs. Oh, no, go ahead, Adonia. Go ahead.
I got a question about, so you said when it hears the word analyze, it's taking the data and doing what? It's analyzing and saying it was good, or it's analyzing it to make some kind of alteration to it. And then if that's the case, how does it know you want it to alter it?
by your prompt, you're going to tell it next. That's why that's why people like you get the prompt book or something like that and do the proper prompt. In this case, I asked it to analyze it to then convert it into a social media post. That was the strong word here in my thing, social media post. It might even offer me hashtags right inside of this particular post because I specifically used social media. And since I didn't specify which social media, ChatGPT is more than likely going to control the character count and then address it towards the trending social medias, and there's your hashtags right there.
Okay, you answered it. What I
Yep.
missed is I didn't know you said you told it about the social media part. I didn't hear that part.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can y'all see this? There's my social media post right there, like 100. Like here's my social media post, hashtags included. Let's see if me not specifying Twitter. Let's see if. All right, so I didn't specialize Twitter. Now watch this here. Thank you. Can you make this a Twitter post now? Wow, that's my VPN. It's strong, Grace. Strong.
I see.
Can you make this a Twitter post now? Bam. Now it's gonna give me a Twitter post. Simple as that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and say this information. So we're gonna post this later on today. Look at this. Go ahead and do that. Are you ready to revolutionize your business and cut your number one expense? Check out the latest podcast episodes of Capitalism and ChatGPT, where you explore. And the reason why I don't have to think is because I did all the thinking preparing that thing for y'all, the class. Now, this is why Grace. Let me show you more. Watch this here. Watch this here. Gary V content model using
AI.
ChatGPT. So watch what I do. Steps: go find 100 things to build ChatGPT. Make sure you can work once. Okay, right here. It's just it. Can you write me a blog using Markdown and persuasive, which I've been misspelling since I've been in third grade. I've just never, I spell every word on the planet right, but guarantee and persuasive every time I try to spell those two words. I swear to God, every single time, guarantee and persuasive get me every time. And gorilla has got an extra something up in there somewhere that I don't, something up in there.
Got 2 L's.
Yeah, and it's a UE something. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, that gorilla. Okay.
Yeah.
Like guerrilla warfare. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we all have those words that just we want to just snatch and shake them. Can't spell because I'm that person.
Yeah, buddy. Relation language and title the blog. Get one of the things. Make sure the things you call the energy verbal. Once you do it, you will not have to do it anymore. All right. Retirement plan with ChatGPT. Please also add additional information where needed based off the title. Come right here. There's my steps. Bam. So not only did I just, let me show y'all. Pop my neck, Grace. Retirement plan with ChatGPT. Adonia, do you mind if I take all the meat off the bone of this thing? I just want to take all of it off. I don't even need no damn.
You got the stage.
Okay, let me go ahead and show y'all what I'm talking about. So now, Grace, I just took the class I did. Yes, the class I did. I took the class I did. I said, Grace, take notes. This is why, Grace, I told you. That's why you got a gift coming today. I got the gift so strong. I got to tell you off camera.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah. By the time when I
remember
give
Sunday.
I remember Sunday when I give you this gift, Grace. You might take your bra off. You might be off all day. You might. You might.
Thanks,
You might. It might be bra day bra off day.
BODO.
BODO. It might be.
All right.
It might be.
Okay.
It might be. Yeah. Here's a nice little blog, right? So I want you. We're going to recap the steps. Grace, take these notes. We're doing Gary V content model on artificial intelligence. I did this class.
These are steps you're about to tell me.
I'm about to give you right now. I did this class on Monday. Antonio has already snatched the audio, made it a podcast. Then I took the notes and made a social media post. Then I took one section of the notes and made a blog. I'm going to show you. I'm going to copy and paste this again. Can you write me a blog based off of blah? Okay, watch this here, Grace. Do it again. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to grab another section, Grace. I think keep this to this. Watch this here. Consumable. Just did this one here. 8 AI tools. Here's the link. You can read the link for me. Use properly other tools. Bam. Okay. Can you write me a blog using Markdown and persuasive language and title the blog 8 AI tools to make your company more competitive. Please also add additional information where needed. Grace. I'm just building titles off of what I see here. Grace. Enter. Here's another one. So I took another section, Grace, and made another blog. I just need you to I need y'all to receive this. Just let me just show you. I'm not done. I'm not done. You feel me? I'm not done. I'm not done. Sunday we'll be doing Sunday. Grace will send you all out an invitation. Of course, it won't just be for y'all. We're doing a virtual book tour Sunday. Virtual book tour. You get to sit with me. We can talk about the characters of United Cities of Solaria, themes, motifs, and it'll be Sunday afternoon, so you may not have wine stomach yet. I'm not sure. You got to have a wine stomach, Grace. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here just popping wine in your mouth at 9 in the morning. I mean, stuff like that. You gotta put some food on your stomach. Janice got to put some food on the stomach first, Grace. You know what I'm saying? Wake it up a little bit. Just be out there. She don't just run around here just drinking like that, Grace. You understand? She grown. She can do what she want.
That's it.
But she ain't trying to tab her stomach either. You feel me, Grace? Okay, those are two different things. Those 2 different things.
Okay.
2 different things. Yes, ma'am.
Now, I saw everything you did, but as far as steps, I don't know what you did.
Tell me where you at.
I am at the beginning. I don't. Step 1. I don't.
Fair enough. Step 1, record content.
Now, okay.
Step 2, have someone take notes on that content or take notes on that content.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. All right. Take notes on that content. They feel better now?
I do.
Okay, good. Take notes on that content. Step 3 is put that put that content on, put the audio on podcasts, put the video on social media. Keep going. Step 3 is that's when I start saying all that. Can you remember the rest of it? The repeat, well, you can't. Don't worry about it.
You copy sections.
Yeah,
of your
did you
notes.
write that down? Did you write that down, or did you?
No, I'm about to do it now. But
But
take
that's okay.
sections of
Okay,
your
no problem. Take sections of your
notes.
yes, take sections of your notes and take one section of your notes. Ask for a blog using this prompt, and I'll even give you the prompt in chat. I give you a prompt in chat, right? There we go. Chat. There you go. And for each section of your notes, write it's moving a little slow right now, but each section of your note, what are you going to do, Grace? You're writing a blog. Feel me?
Okay. Yes.
And let's see. I'm see if I can use a conclusion. Conclusion. You're not out of it. Sure can. All right, then, Grace. But do the same energy. Watch this here. I'm gonna wait for it to obviously stop though. Like, please. Well, y'all don't have to pay attention, but if I was you, I'd pay attention. If I was you, because I haven't even showed y'all everything. I'm trying to get there, but I haven't showed you everything. Can you write me no, not a social media post. I want the blog. There we go. Can you write me a blog using Markdown, persuasive language, and the blog title, "You're not out of a job, but you're also inside of $1 billion industry. Your product is doing something when people don't like each other using it." All right. Blog title. Using chat GPT to break into $1 billion industries. All right, so I got that. Now you're gonna do one prompt at a time, but there you go. Based off the title, please add up more information. Yes, ma'am.
So I can say these are steps to turning your recording to blogs.
I wouldn't call it blogs. I'm about to move out of blogs.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. To multiple pieces of content.
That's what I was about to say.
Gary V model, whatever you want to say. Yeah, because I'm about to go out of blogs. I just let y'all have it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go out of blogs. We not playing no gimme games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no gimme games. All right, so I think I'm doing good over here off screen, which I will show y'all here in a second. Yep, doing good. And then come here, do this, export, and then I'm gonna do this with, yeah, sure, I'll put it right here. Do I want it here? You know what? I will put this in B, sure will. And then, actually, I probably should have put it in. I don't know. Anyway, is it stop generating, Grace?
No, I still see the 3 dots going at the bottom.
Let them go. It's moving slow. It's all right, though. We're going to make it work. They 20s or they 10s. Keep them shined up nice. Keep them shined up nice, though. You know what I mean? Keep them shined up. All right, so that's that on this end. Yeah, I don't see what I'm doing yet because I'm waiting on this one to be done. And then, so what I'll do is, while this one is being done, I'll keep that in there. Stop this. Come back now to the script. And then right here, that's what I've done.
Are you worried about your retirement plan?
They missed it. That's all right, Grace. I'll do it again.
I heard it.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
They did.
Yes, turn the
You've already
volume up.
right.
Uh-huh.
This script already has your voice captured.
I already got my voice captured. Grace, we just wrote this article. It's mine. It's based off my material.
Right. You sure did.
We just wrote this article. You just watched it, son. We just wrote this. No, we just wrote this. No.
Took what, 5 minutes?
Yeah. That's only because I was
Retirement plan with ChatGPT. Are you worried about your retirement plan?
teaching. I have no idea what that's blank, but maybe it didn't download. Let's see what this is. Oh, correct. Correct. All right, there you go. But can y'all see? You think we ain't taking days out here in these streets? No, I don't want to overdub that. Do you feel like you're not saving enough for the future? I could just delete this whole line if y'all let me, because y'all tripping out here in these streets. How about that? There we go. Messing up the feng shui. First time I heard that word, I was watching Bad Boys. It's like feng shui. Okay, like that. All right, now it's important.
The way you say it is not the way it looks spelled.
Retirement plan with ChatGPT.
Got it right here, no problem. Take it out of this. That's one done. That's one done. I'm pretty sure this is not generating no more. Let me see. I'm sure it's just messed up. Oh yeah, it's just messed up. It's stuck. No worries.
The next step is use Descript or something like Descript to
create audio, transcribe, use your written, go from AI written to AI voice. Right, let's regenerate this response. There we go. Now it's working. It's moving at the proper speed now. Yeah, see it? It's moving at the proper speed. But I ain't done with you. Sunday, Deanna, May 5th, we'll be doing a virtual book tour, the first, in which we are using you're going to sit with the author, Antonio T. Smith Jr. We're going to talk about United Cities of Celeria and go over the characters, main fonts. Not main fonts. I just saw fun on the thing. Main themes, stuff like that. We're going to sit down and have a good time. Virtual book tour for all who want to attend. There's some gifts that be given away and a chance to win a signed book and some other things too. Chance to do that. There you go. Look at that, Grace. Look at that. Look at that, right? Right. See it?
Yeah.
Now watch this here. See? What I'm about to do. I'm about to wrench around, wrench it off, Grace. I'm about to wrench around and wrench it off. You get me? This is easy. Easy. So now what I'm going to do, Grace, here's this one. I already did it. Give me that one too, cuz. So while this one is happening, let me just go ahead and take all this here. 8 twos to make your company more competitive. Take this one here. I'm just saying that you'd be like, oh man, Antonio, I don't have your team. Right? You can't say that no more, Grace. Come right here.
No, you can't.
Come right here. Go back to projects. Oh, I see. I don't know if y'all been watching. Janice been shining on her Instagram. Y'all seen that? Yeah, I've been seeing that. Yeah. Oh, I should have put that there. That's not where I was supposed to be at. Anyway, I'll fix that because that shouldn't even exist. Let me move this. Yeah, she's been shining, y'all, on her Instagram. I don't know. I think she's using maybe Mid-Journey or something. I don't know, but you are. Oh, look at that! I see. Oh, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up. I looked. I said, "Look at that." Janice ain't playing with y'all, man. Let's see. Podcast, Antonio.
I'm trying to get it done.
I know that's right, girl. You get it done. Get it done. You're doing a good job too. And I looked. I said that picture looked good. Yeah, move out the way. Move. So I can hit save. Move. Can I move you? No. Stupid. It's all right. That's all right. Go back to my little workspace. Come to podcast, S2S. Then new project. Grace, I'm going to go ahead and start a new project. I hope you don't mind. Start writing. And here's the deal. Since I'm writing, I'm not using any of the transcription credits that you get. I'm not transcribing. Writing. Come up here, pick the speaker, have the speaker be Antonio. I told Grace, I told Grace about her gift, but I haven't told her what it is yet, though, because I won't say it on the camera. Yeah, but I told her you told me that it's gonna hit harder coming from,
Yes, sir.
So this is getting ready to gonna save and
gonna make me
stuff.
cry, D. He gonna make me cry, D.
It might, cuz. It might.
It might.
Grace, I'll cry with you, honey. I'll
Yeah,
cry
it
with
might.
Okay.
It might.
Thanks,
It's supposed
Shirley.
to- I mean, unless you don't want to be
I
appreciated.
do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
No, okay. Now I know I'm following Miss Janice, but I cannot remember what her name is on Instagram.
It's
I don't think it's her name.
Janice Health Stop.
Janice. Okay.
ATLTH. Stop.
Thank you.
ATL. ATL. I can't say that other part. Can't say that other part. It's saying something different. It's ATL, bro. That's what it say.
Right. It
That's
rhyme
what it
with bro.
Yeah.
Law has to say that when you get a chance.
Okay. Let's see. S2S. I'm gonna move this now. Thank you.
Oh,
Nice
I
move.
see, Miss Janice.
Yeah,
you
she
have
ain't playing. We
history?
finna
Okay.
go pull it up, Grace. Go find it on Instagram on the screen
Okay.
and pull it up for me in a second. All right. So I need y'all to see something real quick. While Law's going, look, watch it. I'm finna go ahead and wrench around. Let me go and grab this one, Grace. OneNote right now gave me 3, and that wasn't a long note. That wasn't your detailed notes, Grace. That wasn't your detailed notes. One of them. So watch this here. Let me come back again. Going into the script. All right. So here we go. Come back in my little workspace. Let's go to podcast. Let's go back to. Actually, I want this one in B2B. Let's utilize, build, identify, market these. Yep. I'm gonna come here, new project. I'm gonna go ahead and start writing. Paste that. Oh, sorry. Now paste that. Come right here. Put this in the title. Gonna pick me. And then Deanna will be doing her voice today. Go ahead and do it like this. It's gonna be downloading. You're gonna see it downloading right here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back out of this project. It's downloading media file. Oh. Let me slow my ass down. Wait a minute. Let me slow down. Moving too fast. You got Janice stuff pulled up?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and share your screen real quick. Don't disconnect yet, because I'm giving the game away.
Look at Miss Janice, y'all.
Ooh.
Pimpalicious.
She ain't playing with y'all.
Come on, Miss Janice.
She is not playing with y'all.
Wait.
Yeah.
Miss Dan, she created that? You did that yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sit me down and be quiet.
Yep.
I put the description in and yeah, I did it.
There it is. I just looked at my man Ibrahim comment. He was talking about Otter AI 2 to transcribe. He showed right. Look at that, y'all. She ain't playing with y'all. Look. She
Okay.
cute. Cute. Okay.
That's it.
Look at Angela.
Now, Miss Janice, was this one done in Midjourney too?
Show
Yes.
was.
All right now.
She's not
That
playing
was
with y'all.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I like that. All
She is
three of
not
those are
playing
nice.
with y'all. Yeah. She is not playing with y'all. Let me go like all these joints. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. She is not playing with y'all. Janice is not playing. Y'all hear me? I saw that last night. I said, wait a minute. Yeah. I know. I like I meant to like all three. There we go. I got it now. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all see Janice in these orange heels, but come on to your phone, boo. Law. But she killing it though. You hear me, Grace? She out there. She making sure that y'all don't forget who she is. Making sure. They used to fight for her. You understand? I'll fight for you, girl. I'm gonna kill you if you do something.
I got a fight on my hands right now.
Right now. God told me you my wife.
Yeah, but he gotta tell me too.
I know that's right. Come on, Law, with this bow tie, looking good, looking like
Law is
good.
killing them
Yeah,
today. Law been
appreciate
killing
you.
them. Okay.
Yes.
My question is with what you're doing with the script, right?
Yes,
When
sir.
you first set it up, do they just ask you like to upload things that you're using with your voice, or do they ask you to speak for like 30 minutes and that's how they're able to actually draft and have your voice for future?
Both. They recommend you can do 10 minutes. They recommend 30 minutes, but you can if you got 30 minutes of just you talking, nobody in it, you can just upload. You don't have to do what I did. I had to sit down and read for 30 minutes because a lot of my stuff is crowd participation because that's where my gift comes out at. But if you got just you could just upload a video or audio, and it would take about 24 hours, and then it's gonna be you, baby. It's gonna be you.
Oh wow.
Now, how
Okay,
they
because
get you
I
to
thought that was so
spend
cool.
money is they give you 1,001 word vocabulary. So it'll say gibberish, and it'll literally say gibberish. That's why you got to upgrade.
Okay, so when you upgrade, it allows you to upgrade to as many words as you want.
This is correct. I chose the $30 a month plan. Why? Because it just makes sense, Law. It just makes sense. Because now I can do unlimited podcasts. You hear me? For $30 a month, you crazy as hell. If you think I'm not for all the written content I got out there, if you think for 1 second I'm not to do that,
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
for real. And then down in my dad brought up yesterday that you can do like your audio book.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can turn your ebooks to audio books too. Sell that as a bundle. Man, have the law audio library.
Yeah, because I got a few people that have been asking about audio for CDL as well. So okay, that's pretty cool.
Uh-oh. Is everyone there? Am I frozen? Can y'all hear me?
No, we can
No,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
I wonder if he has
Oh,
his
okay.
VPN on.
Maybe.
No, but this call has been really great.
I heard Deanna.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. It's
We can't hear Antonio.
right. His
Oh,
VPN may
that
be
I
on.
see.
And you're
It
right, Grace
froze.
is so good for content. I mean,
Mhm.
I have so many ideas right now. Like, I mean, and I'm gonna go get the because I have that Gary V list. I'm gonna go get it. I don't know why I forget I have so much stuff. Well, that's why, because I have so much stuff. I forget.
You and Carlita got to go have another conversation.
Yeah, big time, big time.
Good deal. Good deal.
Which app is that, Deanna? I mean, Grace, that we just talked about? I wrote it down, but now I can't read my handwriting.
Now, is it
I
the
think
one
they
with
said Midjourney. Did you say
Midjourney, or was it
the one with the
another
photos or
one?
the one with the audio?
Well, the Midjourney, and then there was something else.
I know he's been using Descript today.
These,
It's the script.
oh, okay, the one, yeah.
That's the one he was just showing Miss Susan
Yeah,
is the one that came from the video that you sent.
yes. I thought
With
it was
the-
something else with the pictures, with all the pictures that you guys do.
Oh, the pictures is Midjourney.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Very welcome. So, okay, so everyone, so my next question to you guys is how can you utilize Descript? Like Antonio's been telling you how he's doing it, but what specifically can you cater it to build your company or speed your brand along? What can you specifically use it for that you can and start using it today?
Like, could you use it? You know how you've been doing the in videos, but instead of, well, of course, I'm going to use my voice or whatever. But can I put it in video?
You absolutely can. So what you do is you take your script, you put it into in video to create your video, and then you put it into Descript to do your audio for you. And then you download your audio and you upload it to Descript. Now, for those who may be like, well, how can I use Descript if I'm for recording and this and this and that and that? Well, the thing is, sometimes we don't have time to sit down and take 30 minutes to record something. Or we may be traveling for business or traveling with family and can never get to a quiet spot.
Right.
So you use Descript, and Descript will allow you to be able to get your podcast episodes done without having to worry about the background noise. And it sounds just like you. I was telling Antonio last night, I was like, that is so creepy.
It is. It's cool, but it's creepy.
Exactly.
What is, Deanna, what is in video? What is that?
In video is where you can go to create your videos. So let's say instead of you sitting in Canva, or instead of you going to like Lightroom or one of those areas, what you're able to do is you're able to upload a script into InVideo, and it breaks it down into frames for you. And it breaks it down based upon the words. So the words, it does your captions for you too. So the words are automatically popping up on your video for you. And it allows you to create videos for video content without having to go through the process of, man, I don't know how to use this programming. Man, I don't know how to use that programming. So that's what InVideo helps you do.
So it's a platform.
Yes, ma'am.
It's called InVideo.
IN. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Very well.
Deanna, guess what?
What's up?
I was nosing around on this script, and it said that you can make shareable social media video clips, and you can even transcribe and clip, and you can add like audio. And I have our audios from our podcast, and we can make like a video or something out of it. I was like, that could be seriously cool.
Wait, say it again for me.
It says right here on the script, it says quickly make shareable social media video clips.
Mm-hmm.
And you can add audio or video, and they'll transcribe it, and then they'll clip highlights to start your video creation. I thought about doing that for our podcast.
Look at that.
Yeah. I was like, that sounds seriously cool.
Look at that. So there you go. So how else can you use Descript to make your life easier? Anyone?
What's interesting for me, Deanna? I'm an employed person, so I'm gonna talk like an employed person for a moment. I have realized, and there's a couple articles that I'm getting because I'm on a bunch of HR websites and stuff, but I can write policies, and I have to update policies and make sure we're regulated correctly and got all the laws right. This thing is, it's not just all of it and video and all this stuff. It's all of it. I mean, it is all of it is what I'm saying. And it's amazing how when Antonio talks and shows us things, how it stretches your thought process, because I'm so simple in a box, I'm just like a square, literally, and I draw in the lines, in other words, and I am now going outside of these lines. And so what I'm finding is it stretches you and your thoughts and your abilities to do things that you didn't think you could do. So that's what I'm finding each one of these platforms. And one thing I do that I'm complaining about is when you guys say, go get something, my brain just automatically, follow directions. I don't know what I'm getting. Half the time I'm paying money, don't know what I paid for. It's crazy because I trust, I'm trustful, which is probably not always great, but I'm trustful. And so I have all these platforms and I go on them at least to set up the accounts and stuff like that up. So the benefit to me, to make a long story short, is all of it. The fact that the resources are available and we don't have to figure it out. Yeah, you got to figure out how to work the system. I mean, how to use the platform, but they have videos and things like that to help you do that. So any of us that have these wired brains like I do and think everything is so complicated, the complication is us and our mindset. It's no longer complicated if we do the work. So that's what I get out of all of this. And I just appreciate the learningness of that. That's the word I made up. Antonio and you guys' willingness to share that with us. We really have no excuse at this point. We really don't.
Miss Adonyu, beautifully spoken, because that has been my thought process as well. I was when we were talking with Antonio's dad last night, I recognized something. Antonio and I have an AI software for everything we need. Midjourney for graphics, Descript for audio, InVideo for video, and there was one more. Graphics, audio, video. There was one more.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT for text. Thank you, Grace. That was the one it just like when I was finishing You Can Plan Better, You Can, and it just went blank at that point. It was gone. I'm still waking up.
Deanna, can you repeat that slower for each of those, what they work for, or maybe put it in the chat?
Yes, ma'am. For graphics.
I got it. Keep talking. I'll put it in the chat.
Got it. Thank you. For graphics, you have Midjourney. Let me know when you're ready for the next one, Grace.
Okay.
For text, I have ChatGPT. For audio, we have Descript.
And is it midjourney.com? I'm sorry, is it midjourney.com?
Let me double
check. Because I know there's a ORG one too.
It's going to force you to yes, it is midjourney.com, and it's going to force you to get on, what is it called? Help me out.
Okay. Because it says you can sign in with Discord, so I could.
Yes. Okay. Yes, sign in with Discord.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And you have InVideo for video. So now you have an AI service for every aspect of what you need for content creation. There are now no excuses. And these platforms generate for you. In video, if you put in your script, it automatically generates your videos. For Descript, if you put in your script, it generates your audio with your voice. In ChatGPT, you ask a question, you get an answer, and you can write outlines, you can write courses, all of that. And then if you need a graphic to go with everything, like Miss Janice has beautifully given us an example of, you use Midjourney. That maintenance Antonio was telling y'all about yesterday, it hit him today. So he's waiting for that to complete. All right. So does anyone have any other questions? So now we have all four. You have all four platforms covered. So now I have a question for you. We're going to make this interactive. I have a question for you. What product can you create today using all four platforms?
I can tell you a blog for sure, which I've been doing for on chat. I just haven't posted. A workbook of some sort, or I can even do a journal. As a matter of fact, Midjourney and me gonna be really good friends for my journal covers for a couple of courses I'm completing. I see multiple things, not just one, in each one of the platforms. So an audio, like you said, an audio. I can see, like I'm preparing to do a podcast. I can just see every single thing that we talk about, plus that big old list from Gary Vee. All of that, every single one of those platforms can do multiple things and can do individual things that will knock off that list. So me saying I'm not a very good content builder is a lie now. It's just not true.
It made the process seamless now. When I tell you, I be in improper grammar. Disclaimer. Improper grammar disclaimer. I be in these platforms and feeling like a big kid just for creating, just having fun. Like in video, I love in video because it makes me feel like this big time video editor, but it's just Canva on steroids, but it makes me feel good. And so because I feel good doing it, I have fun doing it. Go ahead, Law.
Sorry, I had to run back to my box. Question with NVIDIA, because I haven't checked it out yet. Does NVIDIA work the same way like like Chitty, where you tell it something and create something, or does it give you like a list of stuff?
No, you have to upload. NVIDIA is the one you have to tell what you want it to do. So you would take let's say you take your blog and you want to turn your blog into a video. So you would copy the text of your blog, and NVIDIA only does 50 frames of video. So if it goes past 50 frames, it's going to let you know. And it considers a frame a space. So don't space your work. Let NVIDIA do it for you. So if you have paragraphs, delete that space between paragraphs. So you copy the whole blog. Yeah. So you copy the whole blog, you put it into NVIDIA, and you tell it generate video. Now it's gonna pop up and tell you there's too many words or too many something for this frame. Do you want NVIDIA to split it up for you in frames? The answer is always yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really helpful because I did want to do something of that nature. Okay, great. That's really helpful. All right, so I got some more things to do and play with. Y'all making this harder. No. Just so many things to go to. No, it's a fun hard. It makes it a lot easier. It does take a lot of things off of your plate because I'll be driving myself crazy with my time. So this will be helpful. So I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah, when I tell you I love NVIDIA, I haven't jumped into Midjourney yet. I have been letting Antonio do all things Midjourney. Me and Descript about to be friends, just like me and Carlos are the best of friends. Midjourney, the only one I haven't tapped into yet, but Miss Janice, I love you, Miss Janice, but you got me messed up. Me.
What I do to you, Dina?
Me and you gonna be in Midjourney together now.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Isn't Midjourney like a big coloring book? A big auto-generated coloring book? You tell it what you wanted, and it color it for you, and it draws it and builds it. I love it.
It's cool. Using your imagination, it's really cool. It is.
Man, the graphics. When Antonio showed my book cover yesterday, the graphics on there he did in Midjourney.
Those are nice. It's nice. I like it.
I love it, and he copied and pasted them and put them all together. So Midjourney is the only one, but trust and believe. Once I finish up a couple of projects that I'm working on, me and Midjourney finna be the best friends. Until then, all things Antonio. And even after I learn it, I'm still not gonna do graphics. But I know I know how to go to my computer generated coloring book and color when I feel like it. And the best way to get to learn something is to just go in and play with it.
Let me ask you something about in video.
Go for it.
Are you able to upload an actual video, or you have to write?
You can upload videos too.
Okay.
It'll have a section, but remember, when you put in your text into in video, it's going to break it up in frames.
Okay.
So the videos that you put in, make sure they are, framed out. So if you have a specific video that you want to show for a specific, or you can go into in video and see how it breaks up the frames for you, and you can record videos to go with each. Or if you already have I've seen videos up to like a minute and some odd seconds. So if you have a minute and some odd second video that matches this audio that you wanted to go with, you upload the video into in video. You already have your text in there. So you copy and paste it where you want it to. Well, you don't copy, but you can either drag it, or there's a plus button and you can hit it and it'll fill in that frame for you. And you just make sure your words match. And then when you have your audio uploaded, make sure your audio matches in there as well.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, just in your one of the greatest things that I've learned from Antonio is how to utilize your time. When I tell you, if I have downtime, I am binge watching some TV show, which is not the most productive thing to do. But what I've learned, because I drive an hour to drop my son off, pick him up, read a book during that hour. If instead of binge watching a TV show, binge in ChatGPT, binge in video, binge in Descript, binge in Midjourney, and just sit there, because once you really get into something and you learn the kinks about it, then you enjoy it more. It's that learning curve, that learning process that tends to push us away. Don't let it push you away. Use that same energy in Think and Grow Rich. It's called sex transmutation. But what it is the energy that you have that you would normally put towards destruction for yourself, you put towards production for yourself. You transfer that energy to something else. And that is the greatest thing I've ever learned. So I've started the practice of, in my downtime, instead of binge watching something, I go in ChatGPT and I ask for questions, ask for information. Yesterday, I just randomly went in there and I was like, can you give me, I used prompts from Antonio's ChatGPT book. And I asked Carlos to give me a doctorate level course outline about nutrition. And when I tell you, I got a doctorate level course outline to teach. And it outlined it for me, module 1, module 2, module 3. It even did the little bowls for me, gave me a title of the course and everything. And what I realized was, if I wanted to learn something that requires a doctorate level, I can go into ChatGPT, ask for an outline of a course that a college professor would teach. And then I take each one of those modules, and each subject under that module, I do an in-depth study on. And I have earned the knowledge that is that's on a doctorate level that someone who just graduated with doctorates would have. So you can literally teach yourself using ChatGPT now. Does anyone else have any questions? I want to hear some of this creativity. Who's going to go today and utilize all of these? So what are you going to do, Renee? How are you going to utilize it?
Well, I already did a post on Facebook about our podcast, but then I also did some show notes for a new episode, and I'm gonna put that on Red Circle. I want us to I want our podcast to be bigger, and I was kind of wrong, and I didn't know. I didn't have show notes on any of the ones in the past, and I think I'm still learning. So I'm like, okay, all right, I need to always put in our show notes and stuff. So definitely gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna end up doing a blog on Medium. I did one. I try to do one at least 4 days out of the week. Do one, but I do kind of wake up early on Sunday morning and I knocked one out morning. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, I got some. Yeah.
So I'm gonna challenge you.
Okay.
All of the blogs that you've ever written. I'm going to challenge you to create a Descript account, record your audio.
Oh, let me write this down. Where's my daggone pen? It always leaves when I need it. Oh, there it is. Yes, ma'am. Okay, hold on. Keep going.
Create a Descript account. Record your audio so it's in your voice. Prophet Jerry record his audio so it's in his voice.
Okay. Jay did his audio.
I believe Prophet should be using ChatGPT to write motivational blogs.
Yo.
And use the script. And now you each have another podcast that you do not have to work for. And you upload your blogs that even the ones you've written in the past, the ones that are in your voice, like your diary. I've read some of your blogs. They read like a diary. And now you have a podcast called The Diary of a Black Queen, The Diary of Queen Renee, The Diary of the Queen Linsom. So now you have an audio of your blogs. Now you have another podcast, which is now another stream of income that you didn't have to sit down and record for. That you took 1 hour, took all of your blogs, and in 1 hour got like 15, 20 episodes. In 1 hour, 15, 20 episodes that you upload instantly. So I'm gonna challenge you today.
Okay.
Because Uncle Romy Rome can do the same thing. Janice can do the same thing. Ladanya, Sandra, Miss Frida, Miss Susan already taken care of it. Law.
Oh, and I can find one of my journals in here too, of stuff I never even wrote. And I love ChatGPT. It's been cool, and it's been great, and I'm still learning. Be praying for the man in the other room. my, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's kind of goes, and then he's like, "Well, Renee, and I'm like, I was like, hey, you could do it." Antonia had told some of us to write down like 100 keynotes. Yep. Remember some months ago, and I wrote out 100 of them. And now ChatGPT is about to be my it's already my best friend, but it's about to continue to be my other best friend. And I'm cheating on my other two best friends with ChatGPT. So, so
But
yeah.
now
So this is awesome.
you also have 100 episodes for your podcast.
Yeah.
Because when ChatGPT write out those keynotes, these scripts gonna be your keynote deliverer.
Boy. Okay.
And Uncle Jerome, I remember Uncle Jerome saying that he finally got all of his poems in one place. So now Uncle Jerome, instead of one, unless he wants to merge all of it, he has one podcast of just Uncle Jerome, and now he has another podcast of Uncle Jerome's poems. And Descriptor read them out for him. He ain't got to read them. Proper grammar disclaimer. He ain't got to read them. So who else? I'm loving this. I want to give another challenge.
So you said for Jay to do for him to do his audios, like for me to take some of his, I don't really record him when he preaches. So just
what he does is he creates that 100 list of keynotes. He uses ChatGPT, and now he has Prophet Jerry's inspirational podcast. Learn some with Linsome. However you want to generate his title for his podcast. So now you both have one podcast individually, one podcast together, and a TV show.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I wanted to let you know, good catch on the show notes. But I also want to let you know, don't think that's wrong, because you have built a fan base with 200 episodes with no show notes. So now you're about to build another 200, another set of fans with 200 more episodes with show notes. So be proud of yourself for catching it, but be proud of count your victory. Count the fact that you have built an audience with 200 episodes with no show notes. Count that as a victory.
Thank you, Deanna.
So y'all go celebrate today. Have a cup of grape juice as your wine. I don't know if y'all partake, but
Come on, cup of grape juice.
Yeah, well, I got my shake.
There you go. Y'all go celebrate and have fun. So who else? I want to give another challenge. This is fun. I want to give another challenge. I want to see who else. Because I know Renee. You tell Renee something, she gonna work it. No one else? I know Law at work. But he always doing something, because VPmeet is now active. It's available on Android and Apple.
Jump on here real quick. I've been very quiet, but I'm also sitting here working. So last month was using ChatGPT to edit my books, my stories, so they're all being published this year. This month is getting all the podcasts done from all the keynotes that I have sitting around, using all the apps that we're discussing. Each month I'm doing a different what I'm working on for my company.
All right. So for authors, Melissa, how do you think they could utilize in-video ChatGPT?
Okay, I'm using ChatGPT for two different things. One, I have the magazine, so I'm outlining, writing the articles for the magazine.
All right.
And for the blog, for the Train Press blog. But as an author, I'm using it to fix my grammar, my editing, and enhance my writing.
All right.
So there's a couple different ways you can use ChatGPT depending on the mindset and what your goals are. On the video stuff, now I have my podcast, I have my videos, I have the new podcast for traveling with Trent, and everything else that's coming out.
All right.
I'm not using my camera because I'm actually sitting here working. I'm back to my 16-hour days right now because I want to get as much done now because the rest of the year is looking crazy.
Understandable.
And if I can schedule it now, get it done, and then pre-schedule it for all the release dates, now I'm ahead for the year.
I mean, that sounds like a plan to me.
Now it looks like I'm always busy doing something when I'm actually playing, doing other things.
Playing is fun. Well, congratulations, Melissa. Anyone else? All right.
I am going to use, hopefully and prayerfully, let me make sure I got it right. It is the Mid Journey, right, for graphics.
Yes, ma'am.
The chat for text.
Yes, ma'am.
The script for audio.
Yes, ma'am.
And in video for video.
Yes, ma'am. You got them.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A little something. So I want to challenge myself to work on what I discussed with you all yesterday. And just to see if I can get it turned into like a commercial podcast thingy, something or other.
All right.
And see how that comes out. I'm going to see if I can do some of the stuff that I lost a whole lot of stuff when I lost my email. But I'm going to see if I could find something and or recreate some of the stuff that I have talked about and put that in chat and see what comes with that and see if I can do like a commercial thing podcast for that.
All right. Come on, Miss Sandra.
I'm gonna see. I'm working it.
I have faith in you. I know you're gonna do it.
Thank you. One of the problems that I have been having with the red circle is that although I have been paying, and every time I hit it to insert something, it charges me again $100 and something for the year. So I don't know what's happening with that. So I kind of all the money I had to scorn from that, so I don't use it right now. So it's just like I got stuck trying to figure out what's happening. So I couldn't upload anything. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm going to try to figure out if I can understand, or I'm messing up somewhere along the line, or
no, ma'am. I'll help you with that because you shouldn't get charged every time you upload a. No,
$100 and something for every time I upload.
Oh no, ma'am.
And that's why I haven't been doing much of anything. I was like, I can't afford it anymore. Not with them grabbers. I have too many children and grandchildren and great grands.
You got you. You a mother and a grandmother. I'm not taking that away from you, but I'm just gonna say you got you. You got you.
No doubt. No doubt.
So no, Miss Sandra, let's hop on a Zoom and
okay.
and then I'll get with you prior to the Zoom so I can, and I'm gonna share my screen and
Okay.
walk through it so you can be uploading
Okay.
without getting charged $100 some odd dollars every time you upload.
Okay.
And we're not doing that.
Okay. That sounds
Not doing
good. That's just an example of some of the reasons that I get held back, because I'm like, what am I doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. And when I'm setting up for one thing and I set it up and it says, do you want, because it gives you a choice. Are you setting up to pay this monthly? Or are you setting up to pay it yearly? So once I make my decision and it goes past that, then it throws me into I did something wrong. So I try to go back and then I'm unfixed. That's one of the reasons I so appreciate Melissa for jumping in and helping me, because I really be trying to figure it out and my steps be losing me, and she jumped in and helped me create. Matter of fact, she created my website for me, and I haven't got it finished yet, but this is helping me to figure out what else to put on it so that I can move forward with that even. Because I just get stuck and it ain't cool. But it's
No,
okay, because I'm not gonna stop.
I'm with you on that one. So yeah, we'll definitely get you some help on that.
Okay.
But congratulations on the challenge that you are giving yourself.
Thank you.
All right. So anyone else have any questions or have a product that they can start today?
Did they learn? That's my question. Did they learn? Sorry, my I told you that maintenance was coming.
Yeah, Dee told us. She said, "Y'all remember
There
that
you go.
maintenance that he thought was coming
There you
yesterday?
go.
It came today." Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
I
Did
did
y'all
want.
learn? No, go
Yes,
ahead.
yes. I did want to say, I'm working. I'm working on Romy Rome's books today. I'm still getting that together for Mr. Romy Rome, for Uncle Romy Rome, so he can charge his worth. All right, so he can charge his worth. But the things, oh my goodness, the things that were learned today with the three, and Rev Deanna broke it down again. You did earlier, but Miss Susan asked, "Hey, can you break that down again?" And so I put it in the chat. She said you can use ChatGPT for your text, you can use Descript for audio, and you can use InVideo for your videos. Now, Antonio named some other things earlier that you could also use for videos, along with InVideo. He said Tome, and he said something else.
It's too many. It's too many.
Yeah, but in
too many.
video.
It's too many name out. I use quite a few.
Right.
Y'all will get it when we get there. This is Bill with Antonio, so whatever app I'm using right now mostly is what I'm giving you. But yeah, you'll get it when we get there. It's too many that I'm not applied to, that I have apps on, accounts on, and I use them as I'm using them. So whichever one I'm paying the most attention to is what you'll get. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, also she said use Midjourney for your graphics. She was
Right,
saying
that's
that,
what I was going to do, but because I was going to show you how I was going to take keywords and do a graphic for each one of these things, and then how I was going to then put them on Medium, and how I was going to throw them on LinkedIn, and then how I was going to have Deanna put them in a video, make a video out of that, put it on YouTube. I get it, and then all this stuff here. Well, we don't have time now. We don't have time, but you get the point, though.
I just had to say it was perfect timing.
It was perfect timing. It sure was. It was perfect timing. Grace, did you get good notes?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Do I need to repeat a step for something for you?
No, I know the last step we said was to make your, hold on, where'd it go? Make your, I don't like talking without saying what I got. Oh, go from AI written to AI voice. That was the last step we had.
AI written, AI voice, AI visual, right? AI picture, AI movie. So AI text, AI voice, AI image, AI film. Then there's other aspects, AI subtitles, You so people like Susan are hearing this and getting excited. Now, maybe you may be getting a little bit overwhelmed too, but it's not hard. But you're getting excited because you know the future is in your hands now, and you know you can pump out like some old material and make it new all over again. This is invigorating. Or you can be like Adonia. This lets Adonia retire faster because y'all had to get these things. You didn't have an option here. Just so we clear, you didn't have an option here. You didn't have an option to do media on the internet. You had no choice. Just so we clear, you had no choice. Nor did you have an option to win by not the written word. You didn't have an option in this. Like, this isn't not, sorry, but you didn't have an option. That was a fallacy of you. But now these options are just now click of fingers, Grace. You get me? And that's what's important. What's important is knowing that you can just click your finger. You can be you can be 70 years old and dominate 20-year-olds. And that is important. You can be like Shelly, have a job, work overnight, and then spend 2 hours working on your craft with artificial intelligence, and that 2 hours becomes something like 20 days in that 2 hours. So don't sleep on the opportunity. And respectfully, I know y'all not, so I don't mean to insinuate that you will, but I'm also attempting to insinuate that if you think you're doing enough, you're not. If you think you're posting enough, you're not. But ChatGPT is like 100 employees for you. Just for you. Jerome now has the option to get the script, take his time, pay $30 a month, because he won't be transcribing, copy and paste, and now you got everything audio, both the student and the teacher edition. That's a whole additional stream of income. That's a whole additional stream. At this point, it ain't. Jerome has been taught enough at this point. It ain't even no boy project no more. It's really Jerome project, to be honest with you. It really is. Like, no disrespect. It really is Jerome project. And Jerome now, by this moral law, would have to own most of it. So if they was to start a company, Jerome it is a moral obligation that Jerome gets the big piece of the pie. He took all the risk. He did the work. He produced the content.
You mean I get the big piece of chicken?
The big piece of chicken. The Baptist preacher piece of chicken. Yeah, that's saying something there, Grace. You know what I'm talking about. That's it. Y'all hold on.
That's
we
the
serving
gospel
Pastor
bird.
and his wife.
That's it. That gospel bird.
That's the place set to the side, Jerome. You know what I'm talking about. They break when you don't carry them with both hands.
That's the food that's served on the real china.
Yes, you understand. Take this extra pass.
Not the to-go plates. Not the to-go plates. Yeah.
Janice be back there. They making the food. That's the plate that look like Janice plate. When everything left over and they walk out of there with it, because yeah. You understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've learned enough. You have enough to get this done because it is yours. You are worthy. It is worthy. So don't sleep on this opportunity because it's no longer hard. I'm going to come back to this before this call ends, but it is no longer. You no longer have excuses. You no longer can say I can't do it. Because you're just training these little phalanges to click. That is it. That's it. That is all. You don't have to think. Every time Grace and Deanna come to me, ask me a question, say what you asked me for. Like, go ask that question to ChatGPT. That's 100%. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to tell them they're doing wrong. I'm trying to retrain their mind into knowing, I don't know how to upload this. ChatGPT, how do I upload? It's all there. It's all there. Come on, Prophet Jerry, because I want to close us out with that understanding.
Greetings, sir. How you doing?
Oh, man, I am. Thank you for your prophecy that you gave me last week, when you and the Lord gave me last week. Thank you. I am doing
better.
I am doing well. Yeah. No, I'm still. I wasn't even doing bad then.
No. I wouldn't say that.
No.
I'm just saying higher.
No. Stuff was bad. No, I just wasn't bad with it. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. I didn't go with it. You understand? I didn't go with it at all. Okay, Melissa. I didn't go with it at all.
Right.
But I'm grateful because it was a reminder for me to sometimes Janice just needs to know that God knew.
Wow. Yes.
Okay.
Come on, sir.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Today is Wednesday. Okay. He getting us ready for tomorrow. All right.
Oh, let me get the what's the word I need to say? Queen, let me get on the lazy stuff out the way and then get to the important stuff. Okay. There will be Pain 2020 tonight. That is important, but not what I'm about to say is important. Okay. So there will be, and we will be going to the gym, rain or shine, we will be going to the gym. You know how they say he's the source of your supply?
Yes, sir.
Well, Source has sourced his supply, and you will be receiving your source today.
Watch it right now.
Say, come on, Prophet. Come on. Talk to him.
And
oh God.
Don't put me in E.
I said today and tomorrow, because I know what he's talking about. Today and tomorrow. All right.
No, today.
Oh, all of it today. Come on. All right now.
E flat. I need E flat now. You got to go up now. Ain't nobody. That's it. You know what come after that.
Watch yourself. Hey, do me like.
Yeah, all right, then. I ain't going to tell you. That's it.
Going to asthma attack.
That's it. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
But yeah, Source will be in after this meeting or before this meeting. But it's very important that I was off and on because I had phone calls to make in the midst of the meeting and people calling me. And when you're in ministry, no matter how long as it's church or business, somebody always going to be calling. And you always got to take those calls because it may be a call that you need or maybe a call that they need, even though they calling. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, sir. And can't wait to get my source. No, not my source, because he is my source. I can't wait to get my supply of the benefits.
Watch yourself.
Yes, sir. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, of course, our brother Phil would tell you, I look forward to.
Yes, sir.
He's not gonna let you get away with that.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. But second one says, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not his benefits. So I'm ready for those benefits.
Come on.
Drop the mic.
Prophet say he under the window.
I got you. Well, good job, man. Good job. Keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work. That's really what I want to say. Y'all doing good. Y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing good.
Hey, Antonio.
Ma'am.
Before you go to the next portion, I had a request to repeat a challenge.
Yes.
So, Prophet Jerry, I had a request to repeat the challenge that I set for you. Antonio told us to write down 100 keynote titles. So you write down your 100 keynote titles or your 100 sermon titles. You go into chat, aka Carlos, and you have them help you write out that script, that sermon or whatever that keynote is. Then you go into Descript. You record your audio, so it captures your audio. and you upload those keynotes or those sermons into Descript. And now you have your podcast. And your it's either win some with Prophet Linsome, or however you want to name it. I had some titles, I don't know, Grace. But now you have motivational inspiration with Prophet Jerry, with Prophet Linsome, however you want to do it. But now, so my challenge to you was create your podcast. So I gave Renee a challenge to create her podcast. You have a podcast, y'all have one together, and y'all have a TV show. So now that's a total of 4 streams of income in itself.
Okay. All right.
Good looking out, Deanna. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I learned from the best, y'all.
There you go.
I don't tell him often, but I learned from the best.
I'm gonna give you an air high five. Yes.
There you go. There you go. I like it. I like it. I think y'all are doing a great job. So I want to end with this. You saw what we're doing. I know people I know you're gonna take advantage of it, though. You know, I know you are. I know you're gonna take advantage of it. I just got off the phone with somebody dear to me, and we were just talking about fixing our vibration, and I was like, hey, me too. I get it, and I will tell you, besides the fact that Mercury being in retrograde and all this stuff, a lot of this stuff was in season, in the air. Not to be too woke on you, because apparently that's a bad thing now, from people who like to take things and make everything bad. But the new year is March 7th, March 6th. The new moon is March 7th. As of this recording, this is March 1st, I believe. Yes. I don't mean no disrespect to your calendars. The earth doesn't operate on a Roman calendar. The earth operates on its own calendar. It doesn't pay attention to our atomic clocks. We made up the clocks to understand the infinite power of the universe. We had to shrink it down to 8 o'clock, 2000. But the universe didn't say it's 2000. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. But come March, come, and you don't have to believe this, but your grocery store you're gonna shop from will believe it. The first spring is in 5 days. And I need you to receive that you're supposed to reap magnificent harvests during this time. Now, since God is good and gracious, all of you will reap. You will reap according to what you have sown, but you'll get a lot more extra. But I want you all to vigorously focus on fall's harvest. And I want you to do so much between now and September, October. I want you to do so much, Jerome, that when God looked down to see what you did, God gotta say, well, got to give all of them. And exceedingly and abundantly. Both all you ask or think. Look what he's been doing. He didn't grow weary. Come on, Grace.
And well doing. Watch it.
And well doing. He fainted not.
In due season.
Young men, even the youth shall faint. And the young men shall utterly fall. But he waited.
Watch it.
Upon the Lord.
Got a
Renews
strength
itself.
renewed. Okay.
Mount it up.
Watch your voice.
Your job is to always do more than enough for your God to go, got to bless it on you now. And not enough for you to mess that up. I'm trying to make all your sacred texts make sense. You got to do more than enough. Okay, all right, it's Susan time. And then not enough to mess that up. Antonio, how do you mess up your harvest? You walk away from it or you have a bad attitude in it?
Watch it.
That's only two ways you lose. Walk away from it with faithless, or fine, I'm gonna do it, but I'm mad while I'm doing it. Okay, you fool. It's a few times. It's a few times in there. There's a few times. You have not because you ask not, but even when you do ask, I got you. Even when you do ask, there's two ways you lose your harvest. You walk away from it, or you have a bad attitude while you're in it. Fine. Fine. I'll stay married, but I don't like them. Okay. Okay. Now the wheat and the tares is growing up at the same time. Now every time you get that blessing, every time you get that money, your transmission light come on. You know what I'm talking about. Don't fool me now. Don't fool me now. You know exactly what, some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time you get blessed, a light bill, $200 extra. That's your vibration. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. You planted, I love you and I hate you. So you reap, I love you and I hate you. But they will come up at the same time. So there's some things I want to tell you just very briefly about the ways of life, because I really want you, I'm not talking about nothing else but the goodness of God all year. I'm gonna give you three things I'm talking about all year. $100 billion, the goodness of God, and the goodness of artificial intelligence. I ain't talking about nothing else. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. It's like, Grace, what they talking about Easter Sunday?
The resurrection. He got up.
Okay. What they talking about Christmas Sunday?
He was born.
Okay. What they talking about this Sunday?
He died.
Okay. So Grace, no matter what Sunday, 52 Sundays, what's the subject?
He died.
Okay then. Thank you, Grace. I just don't expect a new movie this year. I'm like Grace Church. We'll be talking about Jesus. What he did, he died. What he did, got up. Power with all power.
Watch it. He did that for you, Jerome. In
his hands. And he lived so you can live.
That's it. He got up. So that's it.
So don't expect no new movie. $100 billion. The goodness of artificial intelligence and the goodness of the Lord. Now, I want to come to the goodness of the Lord right here, okay? That's just all I want to do. Now, depends on how you whatever you worship is what you worship. That's fine by me because I got my own beliefs. You will get everything you want in this life. You will not get it at the same time. You just need to get over yourself. I said this Saturday, I'm going to say it again. It is a 100% fact you do not fail. It is a 100% fact, Adonia, you get every single thing that you want. You just will not get more than one experience at a time. It's not allowed. So if Adonia wants to retire, she may cut her camera on. If Adonia wants to retire,
come on, sir.
And Adonia needs to live in the experience of retire. Hear me well, listen to me. But if Adonia is walking around there mad, guess what? That's her experience. And God is only going to let you experience one experience at a time. Choose ye this day whom you will serve. I'm making it make sense, Jerome. Your Bible says you get to have one experience at a time. You got to choose.
Mr. Smith.
Come
Mr.
on, Deke.
Smith.
Come on, Deke.
I've been sitting here quiet. Okay. Because I noticed I got on late this morning.
I figured you was getting that money.
Okay,
I was.
Okay,
I was
gonna check on you if you hadn't come to this call.
But I went to sleep at 8 o'clock this morning.
I do understand.
Because something happened that kept me from sleeping last night. So instead of having an attitude, I took both of my books, edited them, and sent them to Melissa this morning. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's how you do that, Jerome. That's
Not
how you do
one.
it.
What's wrong with the transmutation?
Both.
Yeah, that's how you do it. No, that's how you do it.
Then the next thing I know, it was like, wait a minute. It's class time.
Yes.
But listen to me, but I ain't mad. Because both of them went out the email this morning. I said, no, you didn't, God. He said, hello. I can sleep when I die. I got plenty of time.
I understand. Hey, you know you ain't missing me with that kind of talk. You know me. I don't need to sleep. If I went to sleep broke, I shouldn't have took myself to sleep. That's how I feel. And going to sleep broke and waking up broke. But anyway, I digress.
I don't like it.
How dare I
that
go
out
to
of communications.
Yeah.
So you walking hard like your pastor. Sunday, he was like, he was telling people, I forgot how we got on the subject, but he said, if you take care of your children will take care of you. He said, if you raise your kids, you won't have to raise your grandkids. Everybody was like, oh.
That was like a slap because it's a whole lot of.
If you tell Carrie W. Tillman, he is out of line. Oh my God. If you raise your kids, you will have to raise your grandkids. Yeah, Lee, you got to be a certain age to talk like that in front of folks.
My.
Yeah. Facts. All facts. Let there be facts. All facts. You will not, Adonia, retire if you are in another experience. You will not, Deanna.
Watch yourself. Okay. I heard it the first time when you said when you got to the choose you. Okay. So either I'm in this bad attitude experience, or I'm gonna get this. We're gonna roll that off and get two of these books to Melissa experience. Okay.
But God only gonna let you do one at one time. You're not allowed to do both. You're not. You're not allowed.
I got it.
You're not allowed to build a tech company and complain about building a tech company. One of these will be your blessing.
You was eavesdropping on my conversation with Deanna. I was telling her that Abraham Hicks been punching people in the face, namely me. And I write stuff down when she said that when she punched me in the face. She said, you cannot talk about why the drought is unpleasant and attract the rain. I said, okay, I got it. All right.
This is the second day that we done went over again on some spiritual stuff. Let me help you.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Grace. No,
last thing, and I'm gonna be quiet.
No, you good.
My neighbor just got blessed. My neighbor is Antonio, right? Now we ain't got to be in the same, in vicinity for you to be. This Auntie Shelley is my neighbor. Okay.
Jesus say, if we on earth be neighbors.
But okay. So my neighbor just got blessed. So y'all know that means that if God just blessed my neighbor, that means he in the neighborhood. So I'm right around the corner. All right. So okay. So I just want to say that.
Come on, Deacon Sanders.
Listen.
Come on, Deacon Sanders.
Antonio gets to decide $100 billion. I heard, Prophet Jerry is what sprung this up in my head. Antonio gets to decide $100 billion. And if I'm going to be $100 billionaire, Janice, get your toes done every 3 days, because $100 billionaire, you can't wait 2 weeks. That's every 3 days. Just get all up in there. Okay. If I'm gonna do that, that is the experience I must be in now. Broke. Because if I'm in any other experience, the God's going to say, you lean to your own understanding, take what you experience. You could have chose. It's James 4, all over James. Grace is power and death, life and death, and the power of your tongue. Which one you want? Which one you want? You pick one. Joseph said, as for me, not Joseph. Jeremiah said, as for me and my house. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm trying to tell you what to do, but as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. You get one experience at a time. You're gonna live trillions of experiences. Do not repeat the same experience a trillion times. Don't do it. Because everybody here wants to retire. So people like Susan and people like myself, we got a lot of energy out there. Now, this is careful. Now, I'm using me as Susan as an example, but I'm going to talk about me. You got to be careful with this. Because when you're a good person and you help people, you start living in the experience of being a good person and helping people.
You meddling, Bishop. You meddling.
It was real subtle.
I got to go to therapy. Check my message.
Okay, so it will. So it will.
Okay.
Yes. Let me do it right now. Oh, you must do it on Zoom. All right, hold on. I need to start keeping this channel open. Okay, it's you know what? Try that right there. Look at your message real quick. Try that. Yeah. Like 3 times, 4 times. Yeah, try that. Try that. When you used to being a good person, Jerome, and when you're used to being a good person and helping people, what happens is you're only a good person and you're only helping people. It's real subtle. 3rd time, everybody gonna get it, Janice. When Susan starts saying, I am a good person and I do help people, and money follows me because of it, and I expect a return on my energy for what I'm doing and what I always will do. And I'm not tripping about when and how. That's because if I'm tripping about when and how, then I'm not. That's my experience. My experience is only going to be give me enough experiences to worry about when.
Wait a minute. Wait, that is so freaking good. One more time. Say it. Oh.
If I'm worried about when and how, I'm only going to get the experience of more. How is it going to happen? More. When is it going to happen? But if I know I'm going to get this return on my energy, so be it. So be
it. Let the church say.
we get it. We get in our heads. We got to be good and we got to be helpful, and that don't come with money. Like I said, it was real subtle. It was real. Because we're not thinking about it. I'm not doing this for money. Okay. How's that working out for you? Simple question. But know that I don't have to do it for money, but I expect money to flow to me.
Watch it.
We're not talking about desire. We're talking about expectation. God, you will bless me.
Can I say something in that space right there? Because it's one of the things that you have helped me with.
Talk to me.
With being able to deal with all the things that I have brought with me when I came, regardless of how far I had come, which was an advancement from where I came from. However, God said, now you are ready to go to the next level.
Right.
So one of the things that I had to learn was to stop saying, it's okay, you don't have to pay me. I'm doing it because that's I'm doing it from my heart. Well, that's not what God said. I have X'd myself out of many of funds because I said it's okay. I'm doing it because I want to do it. Well, then God can't bless you prosperously according to his promise because you just cut it off. So I've been learning so much from being under your tutelage, because one of those things that I think one of the reasons why that you can plant better, you can dominate, hits me so is because of that lesson that I had to receive and how I had to readjust my thought process, my
Right.
thought process in order to receive what does say the Lord, not what does say Sandra. Because what does say Sandra keeps me growth. What does say is the Lord keeps me moving forward and seeking after him, like the woman that lost that money in the house and she was tearing up the whole house to find and sweep everything, all the corners. So I just wanted to say I had to say it in that space because that was it right there.
No, I feel it. I'm not. No. You're absolutely right. I mean, I agree with you 100%. And I'm not just talking to the people who, because some of y'all are good. Just start expecting money, and start expecting it short term. Stop thinking you have to wait. Take it with artificial intelligence now. I want all of you. I think I said it before. I said now. All y'all 10-year goals need to become a 1-year goal now. Whatever you was trying to do in 10 years, just do it in one. Just do it in one. That's what I want you to do. Anything that you had as a yearly goal needs to be done today. Yeah, that needs to be done today. By this year, I want to make 6 figures. All right, do it today. That's today. And just trust and know that God knew, Janice, whatever you're going through. I don't know. Man, listen, you have not been. I'm gonna end you with this. There's a story in the Bible in which Jesus tells his disciples, "Hey, y'all go over there for me. Go way down there, another town. You tell them it's gonna be a donkey on the right hand side. This is me ending. This is my closing story. On the right hand side. Bring that back to me. Before you ask, if anybody asks you what you doing, say the master has need of. Just so we're clear. And that text is powerful. And let me tell you why an adopted kid like me likes that text, Janice. Because I was in some other town, insignificant like a donkey, minding my business, and in some divine timing, God wrenched around and said, I ain't forgot you. I got use for you. I know right where you at. I know what's wrong with you. And I'm about to glorify it. By the time I'm done with you, they're going to talk about us forever. Palm Sunday exists because that man pointed and said, go and grab me that donkey over there. Every day you celebrate Palm Sunday, you celebrating that donkey. That donkey has just as much glory as that Christ. You can't have Jesus riding in without that donkey. And aren't you glad that if you were the last person on earth, Shelley, there's somebody that goes, I know where you at. They forgot about you. For them, you just a workhorse, but you Shelly to me. Come here, be a part of my glory. I want all of you to enter into the master's joy. I don't care what you believe in. Life is much easier when you in the flow of all that abundance. And if you think it ain't your time, stop. Because all you got to do is just exist, and it's your time. Just know, if you are getting all that money coming to you, it will work out. That brand is being rejuvenated. That bank account is getting ready to flow. It is about to be a great day for you. And that day shall have no end. And when God start pouring that money in, it ain't never going away. You won't have to protect it. You don't have no little nagging people around you trying to borrow it from you. And you're going to know exactly what to do it. And this time, you're not going to mess it up. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't plant better. You can't dominate. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you all tomorrow. Grace and Danny, y'all call me on 3-way. We'll see you all tomorrow. Love everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Love you more.
All right, everybody.
Love you more.